Very warm welcome indeed. This is, of course, Peter Sandovich with you on my channel, Peter's Racing Tips. Great pleasure to be with you once again. Well, today is Friday, but don't stop there because I'm previewing Saturday's action. That's right, Saturday's action. And boy, oh boy, have I got some information for you. We're going to go live right now with Saturday's action for the 12th of August. But of course, there's plenty of action still to run today on Friday. And what a week it's been on my channel. What a week it's been. Well, I did tell you yesterday about the biggest bet of the year, didn't I? And it wasn't an even money 6 to 4 or 2 to 1 or 5 to 2 or 3 to 1 poke. The horse was 20 to 1 and ran an absolute stormer. Longshire, I told you it meant navigate, shipping forecast job over there in Ireland. And boy, oh boy, didn't it run a big race. 20 to 1 second final race of the day. The second part of a double-headed Irish raid on Chepstow. The other one came second as well, got beaten nose in a photograph finish. And that, of course, paid around about 20 to 1 for an each-way double. And I left you in no doubt at all about both of them horses would do the business. And boy, oh boy, they did. And I've had record-breaking people emailing in saying, thank you so much. This information is amazing. Not least, of course, on Monday when I cracked home another 33 to 1 double each-way places at 20 to 1 and at 25 to 1. If you bet with Bet 365 on them, you'd have had another 2 giant paydays. Well, they've not been the only paydays. But I tell you what, I think I'm going to have some more paydays tomorrow on Saturday at the Curragh and Kilbeggan. 2 more big Irish bets coming up. The one at the Curragh, it's a right old-fashioned gamble, I can tell you that. And the one at Kilbeggan, well, I'll tell you all about that in a moment. And I think the handbrakes are coming off and we're going straight on. I'm going to shovel it on, put the shovel on again and get it in. A shoveler bet at Kilbeggan, and that's on Saturday night. 2 other bets to tell you about. One at Redcar on a horse which has all been primed and ready to go and land a big touch at a big price. And the other one's at Ascot at the big meeting there on a 13 to 2 chance, which I think will do the trick as well. So another day of big price bets coming up for you on my channel, synonymous for big prize winners, big price payouts, and big price selections. All right? Stay bright. Right, let's calm down a little bit and talk about what we're going to do. 18 to 1 winner last week on the line. Where was it from? You guessed it, Ireland. And also 11 to 1 second last week, backed in to 7 to 2, Aurora Princess. And the other horse was called I'll Laugh If You Want. 18 to 1 and 11 to 1 paydays. These horses are over 50%, way over 50% strike rate, win and place. Every horse I put up on here is miles over 50% strike rate, win and place. And you're backing average price selections at 10, 12, 14 to 1. You don't have to be Einstein. You don't have to be anybody to understand. You keep hitting over 50% each way bets at 10, 12, 14, 20, 25 to 1 and cracking home every bet, every one of 2 bets wins, collects. You don't have to be Einstein. Your bank balance, your betting balance, and your betting bank is going through the church roof funds. But I'm striking at more than 50%, and that's incredible. Nobody could replicate it. It's all proven. It's all there in black and white in glorious Technicolor, and it's all in my black t-shirt and my black glasses, and it's all doing the business bets. I want to thank each and every one of you for keep pushing this channel through the roof. I've only been back with you 10 days. I told you when I come back I was going to make August a record-breaking month. I told you I was going to make September a record-breaking month, October a record-breaking month, and I'm going to push the thing through the roof on November. And last November was the biggest month I've ever had in betting. And December was even bigger than that. And I'm aiming to beat both of them 2 months. They were the biggest months any tipster's ever had on YouTube, and probably any tipster's ever picked ever. That's how many big winners I've produced. An unbelievable, uncanny set of bets. And in the 30 years I've been on this not on this channel, but in the business, I've never picked so many big price winners. And I've come back specially to beat that record. This year, it's going to be our year, and you've already started to see what's going to be happening. It's not a flash in the pan, it's real, and it's all about understanding what you're doing and years of experience. And big price winners on horses with no form to recommend them, and it's all about longevity, and it's all about believing these are going to win, all right? I've got a lot of people who sometimes think it's all nonsense. It's all nonsense. Well, keep watching my videos and you'll see how nonsense it is. And if you're not betting anything, well, you'll be a lot poorer than the people who are. That's for sure. Oh boy, you've got a lot to learn. Keep banging away at them even money pokes. You'll be all right. Listen, let's get busy, let's get easy, and let me get signed in, ready for action, because I've got a big message ahead of you now. But I want to welcome all new subscribers, over 100 new subscribers in the last 10 days on the service, and it's great to have you with me. It is free to subscribe. Just click the subscribe button and you'll be up for the cup, no problem at all. That'll make sure that you don't miss a message from me. And you don't want to miss a message from me, because if you do, you're more than likely going to miss winners. And the big winners at that, as I say, 10-1 average SP, and I strike at over 50% win and place on all selections. Quite amazing, isn't it? Well, it used to be, but it's not any longer. And if you keep following this line, you'll understand exactly what the crack is. And there we jolly well go. Right, where are we going to go to first? I'm going to save these Irish bets till last, because I've got people literally swarming over me to get these Irish bets off me before anyone else gets them, and to tell them what's going on. How are these horses coming up trumps when they've got no form to the names? That one at Chepstow last night had 7 duck eggs next to its name and finished second like a bomb at 20-1, and the other one was the same scenario, 4 zeros, bang, straight in, 12-1, got beat a nose. And on the Monday, exactly the same, 0 0 0 0, bang bang, into the back of the net, 33-1 each way. Well, I can only tell you that I can't tell you, because it's my secret. It's like Coca-Cola or anything like that. It's a secret formula, secret ingredient. A bit of it's hard work, but a lot of it's understanding a little bit more than that. Anyway, we need to get on. 502 at Redcar, your first bet of the day. Where are we going to go? We're going to go to Redcar for the 502 race. Very interesting race indeed, this. Now, it's the penultimate event of the day at Redcar, but there's a horse here worth waiting for. The horse is number 10, and it's got a good name. It's called the Muffin Man. The Muffin Man. The Muffin Man's trained by Jessica Macy and ridden by Ben Sanderson, who claims a valuable £3. Don't worry too much about the form. Form is 05704306. I think, as I've always told you, that's the weighing room phone number at Redcar. Well, certainly could be, couldn't it? 05704306. It doesn't look like it's the form of a winning racehorse because it hasn't got a 1 in it, but it might have tomorrow after the 502. I like this horse a lot. Ben Sanderson takes them out for the first time. It's formerly been ridden by Laura Coughlin, Lewis Edmonds, Kieran Schofield, and Lewis Edmonds. It sounds like the Beatles, doesn't it, in drag? But it's not. It's 4 jockeys, 4 young jockeys. And Ben Sanderson's a young jockey. And off a mark of 49, this horse has dropped £3 since last ran at Beverley. And that was on the 7th of July when it finished 6 of 7. I won't read too much about that. Valid excuses for it. The key thing is this horse, this gelding, the Muffin Man, is potentially thrown in the handicap. And I think it's got an amazing chance. No, I'll tell you again. I know it's got an amazing chance. Number 10, anyway, it's your first bet of the day, the Muffin Man. 13 runners go to post. Bookies paying first 3, some pay first 4. Shop around. I can't do everything for you. Look, I'm bringing you winners. I can't do everything for you. Go to Bet365. Go to Betfred. Go to who you want. Find the best prices. Find the bookmakers with concessions and hand places. Do some work if you want to win. I do, so you do a little bit as well. I'm giving you free tips here on horses which nobody can find. You go and find the bookmakers you want to bet them with and get the best prices and get the best enhanced places. I can't do it all for you. I won't do it all. You've got to get up and get going and get winning. Number 10, the Muffin Man. Don't miss it. I don't know what price it is yet. Should be 7, 8 to 1, maybe bigger, but have a look round. It's going to be a big one. I won't put your short shots on here. Number 10, the Muffin Man. Get on, get at it and get winning. The Muffin Man, number 10. By the way, I'm going to swing over to Ascot now for this horse I think will win one of the big races there tomorrow. They've got a big card there. Obviously, the Dubai Duty Free Shergob Cup Challenge. Meaningless to me, these big races. Meaningless. All I want to do is back winners and win money off those bookmakers. I'm not bothered if it's a seller at Southall, a novice hurdle at Nottingham. Can't be, can it? That's a trick question. It could be. When I was a kid, there was racing at Nottingham over the jumps. Well, it could be a novice hurdle at Newton Abbot. There you are. Saved myself there, didn't I? Got out of that one. Or the Shergood Cup. Personally, I don't really like the big races, but I'm going to go for the 320 at Ascot because I think there's a horse here which is the dot on the card. It's number 3. It's called Escobar, trained by David O'Meara and ridden by Safi Osborne, who's making quite a name for herself, I can tell you that. Well, this horse is fairly slunging, been dropped generously, £5 since its last run, and I think that's more enough to get this horse into the winner's enclosure. The horse is number 3, Escobar. It's got plenty of useful form to its name, although it doesn't look like it because it's got 000 next to its name. But lots of excuses. Usain Orr left it far too late at Goodwood last time out when 13th of 20. Forget that run. Forget the run at Ascot when it was 20th of 25. Meaningless. And the run before that at Sandown when it's 13 of 15, meaningless. What means a lot is Safi Osborne's on board for David O'Meara. The horse has got a £5 drop in the weights. The assessors gave it a wonderful chance, and I think it'll take it. It's number 3. It's called Escobar. Valid excuses each time it's run at the track. It won't need no excuses tomorrow. There's just 12 runners go to post. Ascot suits this horse down to the ground, and for me, this is a real belting bet. Of all the southern tracks tomorrow, this looks an absolute stonewaller. It won at Ascot, last year on the 1st of October off a mark of 107 with Andre Atzini named to Conduit on board. And previously, it won at York, another big race with Jason Watson on, top jockey Jason. I like him a lot. And that was a great run as well, off a mark of 104. Now, if you step back to what I've just told you, it's now running off a mark of 102. So the horse has never been better off for over 12 months. It's got it down the handicap. David O'Meara's got the horse in absolutely prime condition. And he's booked a jockey in form who the horses are really running for, Safi Osborne, and number 3, Escobar. Don't miss it to win the Shergar Cup Mile. The Shergar Cup Mile. 320 at Ascot, that will do for me, make no mistake about that. Before we move on to those Irish horses right now, the Curragh and Kilbeggan. So you've got the Muffin Man and you've got Escobar, 2 beauties there, I can tell you that. Now, just before I come on air, I've been given a whisper for a horse by someone very, very warm indeed. So I'm going to give you that. I'm going to give you that now. I'm only going to spend about 30 seconds on this horse because I don't know too much about it. All I know is this guy has never given me a loser, right? Never given me a loser. So I'm not really supposed to put it on this line, but I'm going to do it, but I'm not going to talk about it much. So I'm just going to give you the old in and out job. In and out like a red balloon. It's number 3. Listen to me now. It's called Metric. It's trained by O'Meara, the trainer I've just told you about. Mum's the word here. It's ridden by Kieran Fallow, number 3, Metric. All right, Metric. And if you want to know where it runs, in the 7:45 at Lingfield. It's a 9-runner apprentice. It's not apprentice. It's a handicap, 0 to 55. And all I've got in front of me is don't miss it. It's come through on a WhatsApp to me and said, don't miss it. And he's never given me a loser, right? First time in a handicap, don't miss it. So don't miss it. Number 3, Metric. Don't know what price it is. Should be 5, 6 to 1, something like that, but it will be punted. 7:45 at Lingfield, trained by David O'Meara, who's got a really high strike rate of that. I had a quick look at this. 63% win and play strike rate at Lingfield. So he takes his chances when he gets them down there at Lingfield. A long way from his home stable up the north for O'Meara. But be warned, this one is ready to win. 7:45 at Lingfield, Metric, number 3. Mum's the word on that one. Right, here we go. Where do we want to go? We want to go to Ireland, don't we? Ireland, that's not an Irish accent, is it? Oh, be Jesus, that's an Irish accent. Yeah, but no messing. We need to go to Ireland because they're giving money away, the bookmakers. They're giving money away to me, that's for sure, on these Irish races because they start second favourite, these bookies on this Irish lark. They have got no idea what's going on. There's more horses winning with 6 duck eggs and 7 duck eggs than winning with any form. So the bookies haven't got too much time to study it because they don't take as much money on the Irish racing as they do on the English. So they try and just get by it and put limits on how much you can have on. That's what they do. Try and limit you to how much you can win because they know that they really don't know what they're doing over there. It's a funny game, the Irish, isn't it? You know, it is a funny game. But it's not funny when you're winning. It's lovely, isn't it? And that's what I've showed you this week with a 33 to 1 each way double. And yesterday, those 2 massive Irish Raiders at Chepstow coming in at 20 to 1 and 11 to 1, just getting beaten the nose by actually Safi Osborne, who done us the dirty there, Safi. Hopefully she can make up for it tomorrow with Escobar. Anyway, no more ado. Let me give you these last 2 horses. I'm going to save the best till last, right? Because it runs at the Curragh. and I think it'll pop. I think it'll pop. I'm going to say it again. I think it'll mop up. That's the one, mop up. I do. But first of all, let's go for a horse owned by J.P. McManus. Now, always a very hard man to read, J.P. McManus. You know, he's an absolute legend in himself and a legend owner and a legendary gambler. And I'm going for one of his horses and I'm hoping he's going to punt it. It's number 7. It's called Mica Malpic in the 755 at Kilbeggan. 9 runners go to post. It's a 25 grand prize, so it's a decent prize to pick up, even for a millionaire like him. But number 7, Mica Malpic, trained by Ender Bolger, ridden by stable jockey Mark Walsh, who's replacing Simon Torrance, Miss Pip Elvin, Luke Dempsey, Donald O'Connor, Derek O'Connor, and Luke Dempsey again, joking apart. Seriously, they put the man on. The man on is running for the big money tomorrow. It's Mica Malpic. Mark Walsh has took the reins. And I tell you, he's going to give it everything he's got, I think, to win this race. Runs off a mark of 116, ran an absolute stormer at Tipperary last time up. Torrance, very easy on the eye, very easy on this horse. The horse has never been moved on. It's only a 6-year-old. It's got bags of unexposed tap potential. I'm all over it like a rash. Don't know what price again. It's a hard call, this one, but 9 runners go to post. I'm hoping for 5 or 6 to 1. It could be bigger, but I hope it's not too big, if you get my drift. I think it'll be 5 or 6 to 1, and I think it'll win. If they go for it with a big chunk on it, I'm going to double my bet, I tell you. Number 7, Mica Malpic, each way, 755 at Kilbeggan. But whatever happens with Mica Malpic, and I want it to win, and I want it to win for J.P. McManus and the rest of the boys and girls in the stable, so they all get a bonus. Whatever happens with that, I'm going to give this horse the Curragh now, and I think this will win, right? I told you about a 20 to 1, which just got touched off each way last night, and 11 to 1 just got beaten in the nose. But each way, you're cleaning up. You're cleaning up each way. It's like finding money on the streets, isn't it? It's like finding money on the streets, joking apart. And I'm not joking. It is. We're miles in profit. I've only been back on the line about 10 days. I've mopped up already. It's absolute dynamite. Because I'm trying to win for you. I'm really trying to give you the best I can possibly do to show you the way in these next 5 months, what it's really all about. And what it's really all about is big prize winners nobody else can get you. As I say, November and December last year, I had my biggest months of all time. All time. Imagine that. And that's why my calls were through the roof, and that's why my private club was through the roof. Everything was through the roof. Dick Van Dyke was on the roof with Mary Poppins. Joking apart, this is serious business we're playing here. We're not messing. We're going for the bookies' money, and we're going for it big time. And we're going to connect some massive doubles, trebles, and lucky 15s and super Yankees and everything else in between. We're going to have some fun. I tell you, we're going to make a lot of money. And I'm going to take you all the way with me. All the way. Go to the Curragh, the final race of the day. And then I'm back to you tomorrow night at 6 o'clock, by the way. And that'll be for Sunday's racing. All right, so don't forget, 6 o'clock every night is the time to call for the following day's racing. Well, here we go then. Here's one of these races now. Now, here's one for you. The 540 at the Curragh. I'm gonna pick an horse here that I know all about, and I'm going to give it you, and I think it'll win. It's another one with 5 duck eggs next to its name. Trained by J.F. Johnny Levins, and ridden by Derek O'Connor, not Donald O'Connor. It's number 1, Prisoner's Dilemma. It's my nap of the day. Number 1, Prisoner's Dilemma. It runs off a mark of 95, Prisoner's Dilemma, and it runs in a race which it should be able to take. It's over 5 furlongs. I think everything's in its favour. The same jockey rode it last time. The trip was too far over 7 furlongs. And there's no doubt about it. He had nowhere to go, O'Connor. He was boxed in, trapped up the rail, on the outside, all over the place. Couldn't get through. Literally could not get a move on it. I think he will tomorrow. He's got plenty of space. And I think this one's going to take the world a beating. I really do. It's number 1, Prisoner's Dilemma. I'm going each way. It's surely going to be a big price. It was 28 to 1 last time, 40 to 1 the time before, 28 before that, 28 before that, and 66. Clickety click. So each time it's been to the track, in the last 5 times, it's been a minimum of 28 to 1. It won't be 28 to 1 tomorrow. It's going to be a big punt. And I tell you, I'm on it large style. I'm looking forward to it. Number 1, Prisoner's Dilemma in the 540 at the meeting at the Curragh. Well, it's been a fantastic week of winners, and not even having to win all these big giant places. When they do win, you are going to own the betting shop, let alone own a few quid. The governor of Betfred and all those other bookmakers, Betway and all them people, they'll give you the keys to the shop and say, that's it, we're finished. We can't beat you. Well, that's the aim anyway. No, they can't beat us. They can't. It just takes a bit of time, this. It takes a bit of time, like anything, to build up, and then you hit the big one, the lucky 15, all four go in, 10 to 1, 10 to 1, 10 to 1, 10 to 1, and you get yourself a 10,000 to 1 payday. You chuck your keys on the table to the boss at work and say, I'm finished, I'm going to live in Buenos Aires or whatever else you want to go. Seriously, it can happen. It can happen without winning the lottery, it can happen. This is a lot easier than winning that, that's for sure. In the meantime, have a wonderful Friday evening, whatever we do. Many thanks for being a part of this successful journey, the successful escalator to profit land. We're on together here, and I'm working as magically and as hard as I can for you, all right? I'll just put it like that. I'm doing all I can, and we're going to go to the end of the year through August, September, October, November, and December, and then we're going to see where we stand and see how much money you've got in your betting bank then. Go get them.